Howdy, howdy, howdy. It is your new time, same chick, same place, same network. TQ, you see what I did there? I did something new. And it is your midday mindset shift. And I'm your girl, Cassandra Renee. It's Transformational Tuesday. And we're switching things up. We are transforming everything. We are transforming your mindset. We are transforming businesses. We are transforming lives with lives. Ooh, boom. Okay, so what is actually happening? As you've noticed, I'm a little late today. And that's because we had some awesome things going on a little earlier before me, which was super rad. And next up, we've got something that's really cool that we're going to bring to you. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm still going to be coming to you regular time slot, 11:05 Pacific Standard Time, 2:05 Eastern Standard Time to 11:30. We're doing this we're doing a little quickie for your midday mindset right now, obviously, because we've got something super special coming up in 15 minutes that I will be right back here for with your superstar favorite, everybody's favorite, Bo. So I've kind of placed a couple little nuggets of teasers if you listen to what I said very carefully. If not, it's okay because you'll see in a little bit. So just stick it out, bear with me. So I was thinking about what to say today, and hey, Tiaka, and you know what? I just gotta go with what works, man. The good doctor, my boy. Yes, I have other Dr. Seuss books, but this just makes it so easy. They're just bite-sized chunks for everyday life. And we'll see how much I ramble. We'll see if I get time for two. But I feel like I can make it happen. So type in, say hello. Hey, Steve. Say hello. Let me know who's watching, where you're tuning in from. But the first one, let's see if you get the message. The bus stop was there, and that part was just fine. But tacked on a stick was a very small sign saying, "Notice to passengers using our line. We are sorry to say that our driver, Butch Myers, ran over 4 nails and has punctured all tires. So until further notice, the 442 cannot possibly take you to Sala Salou. But I wish you a most pleasant journey by feet. Signed, Bus Line President Horace P. Sweet." In that life. I'm gonna go do something. I'm gonna go do all the things. Quarantine. Shit. Well, now I can't do anything. Now I can't go see my friends. Now I can't get toilet paper. Now I can't do anything. Now I'm just going to sit around, eat all the potato chips and get fat. And now I'm going to have another thing to be sad about because now I'm going to be fat. Now I'm going to have health problems because now I'm fat. And I'm lonely. And I'm going to be single because I'm fat because I ate all the potato chips because I couldn't go do the things. Meh. That sounds great. Or you could be flexible. So I guess that little snippet didn't actually give you the moral of the story. You got to kind of read the rest of that story. You have to really know your Dr. Seuss for just that little snippet to actually make an impact. Hi. Yeah. Well, nerd. Well, super fan over here. But obviously the dude makes it to Sala Salou eventually. He just has a few issues. And the point in the story is that you got to be flexible. Most people would do one of two things. They would not even notice the sign, sit there on the bus stop and just wait forever. Or they'd read the sign and be like, pre-Uber and Lyft. Crap. I guess I'm not gonna get there. I guess I'll just go home. Now with Uber and Lyft, they might be like, oh, I'll just call an Uber. But that's the point, being flexible. Well, what are other things I can do? What are other ways that I can go about and be creative, which would be another form of being flexible, right? What are other ways that I can achieve my desired results? And I had a conversation with somebody yesterday, and it was a deeply moving conversation. And I think we all have to have these conversations with ourselves. And if we're not at that state to be able to have this conversation with ourselves, start talking with somebody else about learning how to pivot and see things as blessings and not curses, or everything happens to me. And we talked about how, yeah, it's a cliche, and the last thing somebody wants to hear, especially when it is raining a crap sandwich on somebody, the last thing they want to hear is everything happens for a reason. Because at that when something bad has happened to you and someone comes at you, that ray of sunshine, everything happens for a reason. It's all going to be okay. You just want to smack them. Even me, your ray of positivity. Even me, I just want to be like, yeah. That's not very useful in that moment. But when you can have that reframe and be like, and I don't really so much love the whole, like, there's a reason for this, because then it's kind of like, yeah, because I'm a jerk and I have bad karma and this is what I get. So you don't really want to have that perspective, but like, how can I turn this into an advantage? Remembering the broken bone, that when it heals, it gets stronger than it was before. Looking at it as a way to grow stronger. Like, you thought you had it all figured out and you were going to do this event and you were going to do that event and this was going to happen and then that was going to happen and all the ducks were lining up, right? Like, how many of us were like, 2020 is my year? And then it has not been in many people's year so far. If I could see all of you guys watching, I'm sure like pretty much everyone's hand would go up. Except that one jerk in the back that's like, this is why I don't make resolutions. I see you. And you secretly had a wish. I know you did. It's not because you're a bad person. It's not because you have bad karma. It's because we all have more things to learn. And let me tell you, as hard as your life might be, life's gotten pretty easy. I mean, yes, there's the good old days when life was simple and things could go along and be nice and easy. But there's also the times that, yeah, they didn't have as many things to worry about, but we're able to just go on autopilot, literally and figuratively, on most of our lives. And we're not having the quality of life that we're really deserving of as humans. And maybe switching things up in terms of business, in terms of health, in terms of finances, in terms of quality of life, is a way for us to think, oh, what if we do it this way instead? Because when you think you know everything, right? Like, it's just like when you've got money saved up, right? Like, I'm going to go on this vacation, or I'm going to buy this awesome, fabulous thing. And then your car breaks down and the universe is like, you thought you were saving for that? No, honey. You weren't saving for that. The washing machine has been like, have you not noticed the clothes have not been getting as clean as they could be? I'm trying to tell you, have you not noticed the funky smell? Have you not noticed, like, it's kind of like banging against the wall a little bit louder than normal? I've been trying to give you warning signs. Aw, you thought you were saving for that? You were saving, but not for that thing you were saving for. And, you know, that's the wonderfully humorous thing about us humans, is we're so flawed. And that the beautiful thing about that is that we're intelligent enough to recognize and understand our flaws and then be able to course correct. And that's the gift of being human, is to be able to be aware of them. I guess you could say the blissful ignorance of being an animal is that they have no idea and then they just go about life and they overcome anyway. But because we're able to think about all things all the way around, blessing, curse, whatever, but the fact that we can course correct, That's why we're at the top of the food chain. So even though life says, hey, guess what? That bus you thought you were going to take, not working, doesn't mean everything has to come to a halt. It doesn't mean that life has to end. It just means you have to get a little more creative. You have to be a little more flexible. And that brings me to the next Dr. Seuss quote. Boom, I got 5 minutes. I'm able to get this. And this is awesome because it's going to seg right into the next segment. Hello, here we go. And this is about taking chances. And I actually have this quote on my wall in my little office space area in my desk. And it says the last 4 lines of this particular quote. And it says, the places I hiked to, the roads that I rambled to find the best eggs that have ever been scrambled. If you want to get eggs you can't buy at a store, you have to do things never thought of before. So if you want to get eggs you can't buy at a store, you have to do things never thought of before. And that is a quote that it helps boost my creativity when I reach seeming impasses with whatever it is that I'm working on, whether it's a creative issue with my business or just life in general. I love metaphors, in case you can't tell. So working with things like that with clients, even in relationships, stuff like that. It really helps kind of boost me like, okay, what's another workaround? What's another way that I can go about this? And a perfect example is this. TQN. The Quarantine Network. Bo and company decided to be flexible, take a chance, and here we are, we've got almost 10,000 people. That's freaking awesome. Totally organically, almost 10,000 people in under 3 weeks. And we've had like at least one, and I think Sammy was our first, correct me if I'm wrong, our first actual like verified celebrity. We're starting to get paid endorsements, like with that a CBD company that endorsed him. Like amazing, totally organic, and all for the sake of coming together to give a unified experience for all of us, recognizing that we are all in this together. We've all got things that we're working through, whether it be for entertainment, for taking care of children, arts and crafts. What the hell do I do with all this time? Self-development, personal growth, a place to just have someone to talk to about all these new things we've never had to deal with before. It's really amazing. And it's actually created a new market. We are in the process, like, yeah, coronavirus sucks. And there's lots of conspiracy theories and whatever. And whatever negative you want to say about it, go ahead. There's literally threads posted here on the Quarantine Network specific for you to vent about it. Like, legit, go for it on those threads, please. But it's creating, and I think Bo is a visionary, but I don't think he realized the scope. And I think it's starting to kind of settle in. I mean, it's changing daily, hourly. I don't think he realized the exact magnitude of what he has actually created. I think he had a vision and it's come true. And I think it's blossoming even more because of the heart space he opened up to do it. And it's stuff like that when your heart's in the right place and your action is there and you've got a vision of something that doesn't really exist or kind of exists, but you're kind of making a little different shapes and you're going with it. He had a vision for eggs that he couldn't buy at a store, and he's doing things that haven't really been thought of before. They have, but they haven't been put together in this fashion. And this is what you're getting, guys. And at almost 10,000 people, totally organically, in less than 3 weeks, give yourselves a hand, give him a hand. Y'all rock. This is awesome. This has been your mindset, your midday mindset shift. I hope that kind of shifted something for you. And I will somehow, some way, I don't even know how it's going to happen because we're going to use some software I've never used before, but I'm super excited to bring the next segment to you in somehow, some way. Gotta know the what, don't have to know the how. So I'll see you soon. As always, as I end my segments, cough in your elbow, wash your hands, and stay the bleep home. Bye, guys.